Guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, coming through. This is January the 5th. Yes. Check out my vlog from earlier today. Five Below went in there for one thing, girl, and came out with some stuff, like stuff I probably shouldn't have got. Anyways, I am getting back to my video where I was actually reviewing the recording, the audio recording from the Kelsey Harris and the prosecutor. Okay, so let's jump right into it because I don't have much time and I want to definitely finish in this video. I don't want to make a fourth video. This is the third video, girl. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, this is where I left off. Okay, I left off where it was saying at an hour and 6 minutes. What are all those slamming doors? Like I said before in the last video, there is going to be a video linked in the description box. It is from Street TV, I believe, the audio. So when I put these minute markers and timestamps, I'm actually referring to that video. Okay, so my first point is going to be she's reading the Instagram post and says, Megan said they removed the bullets. How many times? So, my question is, how many times was she shot in the foot? They probably said it, but I don't know. I'm just joining this case, trying to figure this out. And I know I'm late to the boat. The ship then took off, but I'm running and jumping aboard, right? Okay, so how many times was she shot in the foot? And then how many times can you be shot in the foot and like still like have your foot in a functioning foot? Like, I mean, I know, girl, y'all know I know because I have a lot of nerve damage and stuff. Not in my feet, but in my neck. So with nerves and muscles and tendons like that, and then the foot is so small, and then you have all these little intricate bones and your toes and stuff like that. Like any damage to any of those could possibly alter how you walk, how you stand, because your feet are basically your grounding platform. So, how many times can you be shot in your foot and actually, walk away with your foot still functioning in the same way? Even if it heals, the damage is still going to have nerve damage. Nerves don't heal like that. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you can't even heal the nerve. So, I don't know. I'm just wondering how many times um, could you be shot and still, have a fully functional foot? Okay, another question that I asked, because after you listen to Kelsey's testimony, I can't understand if Tory shot her, why is Meg turning on Kelsey? Like, I don't get it. Because if it simply just happened that, Tory shot her, Kelsey would just be like that friend that she was saying that she was being. The only reason if I was Meg, I would turn on you because I got shot, it would be if you had something to do with it. I don't know. Like, why would you do that? Like, don't think about the names of the people. Like I said, girl, if you already know, I'm 40 years old. I don't listen to that type of music. I listen to my old school hip hop. So I ain't got no dogs in this fight. I don't back either one of them. I really don't even know them like that. So I'm just going off the basis of what is out there and trying to pick apart, because I'm more so interested in the legal aspect of this. But I couldn't understand, like, why would she turn and change on her if she had nothing to do with it? Like, it doesn't, I don't know, like, what sense does it make? But the backstory is sounding like that they both were with Tory, so this is some type of love triangle in that case. But still, Well, yeah, that means she probably wasn't, they were never really friends. I've had that situation too, where you think you're friends with somebody, you're that person's friend, but that person is not your friend, girl. So was it that situation? So I'm just trying to figure that part out. Why did she just switch up on the girl, allegedly? Okay. Sounding like a love triangle gone wrong. Okay. My next point is, who is the gun registered to? They could have, like I said, could have answered all these questions, but I just from this focusing strictly on this recorded testimony. That's what, not testimony, it was a recorded like interview, because testimony is like when you're basically um up in court. Okay, at timestamp an hour and 25 minutes and 56 seconds. Why would Megan, she said Megan made it hard. Why would Megan make it hard for Kelsey to tell her truth? I don't understand the conflict between the two girls because it seems irrelevant. If Tory shot Meg, I don't understand the conflict between the two girls, between Kelsey and Megan. It seems like they should be on the same side, but it actually looks like there's three different sides, like everybody's on a different side. So I'm not really understanding that. Okay, at an hour and 19 minutes, Kelsey is talking about all the harassment she's been through behind this. She says someone pinned her up in the corner at the Dollar Tree saying, "You took hush money." That's crazy. That's a celebrity could have that much influence. Now, this is my answer to that. That's crazy that a celebrity could have that much influence that people that don't really even know her, and she definitely don't know them from no darn where, not even from Adam, right? Unless it was one of her goons or something like that. They willing to actually catch a case for her, for Megan. Like, so what I'm basically trying to say, unless it was one of Megan's people or something like that, I don't understand why would people physically take it upon themselves, like me or you that's watching this video, who's probably just regular average everyday Joe or Joanna. Why would we care that much to catch a case, possibly ourselves, over somebody that doesn't even know that we live, exist, or breathe? But Kelsey is actually saying people are coming and pinning her in the corner. Like, I don't get that. That's crazy. Like, for what purpose? Would Megan come to your defense? Would Tory come to your defense? Would even Kelsey come to your defense? To them, we probably don't even, like, prior to this, we probably didn't even exist to them. You know what I mean? So why would you risk your freedom for some celebrities that you don't know from Adam? That's what I'm trying to say. That's crazy that that is happening. That regular everyday people are attacking her. Okay, at an hour and 19 minutes and 49 seconds, she says that she demanded to go back. And she said it wasn't because of the sandal. So she was saying that Megan demanded to go back, and it wasn't because of the sandal. Tory was with Kylie and still, okay, with Kylie still. So she was basically saying that's a lie. Megan did not go back for no darn shoe. She was not Cinderella. She ain't lose that slipper, girl. She went back because Tory was still with Kylie. So that means that there was some type of love. This definitely is pointing to, if what she's saying is true, some type of love triangle. So this basically would be a crime or an alleged crime of passion, right? Okay, so let me find my spot. This is why I should have numbered it instead of just doing the little check marks. Okay, she says that she demanded to go back. Yes, okay. So at an hour and 21 minutes and 16 seconds, Kelsey says, "My truth brings in Kylie Jenner." Now, and I said to it, now I've been wondering why they never came up in the questioning. Like, why are they being deleted from? Because in my knowing of cases and stuff, everybody finna be questioned. Everybody is finna be um like tried to be subpoenaed to court and stuff like that, because they want to know when a crime happens, they actually want to know what followed up to it, what happened before, what happened after, what happened during, and to get those answers, they would have had to go to, because if it was all based off of coming from Kylie Jenner's house, like it's a lot that, blanks that could be filled in by Kylie Jenner. But Kelsey is saying that the truth that Megan is telling, the way she's telling it, is to delete Kylie Jenner from the story somehow. And for some reason, I don't know for what reason. So just for sake of Kelsey, if Kelsey's story is correct, because I don't know whose story is right, because it's always going to be a different story from each person. Each person's going to have their own story, and somewhere in between lies the truth, I guess. Okay, so, but if her story is correct, it doesn't make sense. If Megan was shot, why is she lying and doing other underhanded stuff? Allegedly, because that's what Kelsey is claiming. Why is she doing all of that? If you're a victim, you don't have to do all this other unnecessary stuff. Like, so I'm trying to figure that out. Like, I just don't understand why the two are going at each other. It seems irrelevant because the perpetrator allegedly is Tory. So I don't get it. Okay, at time marker an hour, 22 minutes and 46 seconds. I love the comment that she says. Kelsey gave it to us, yes. She said, "I don't think they will even tell the truth under oath. Under oath means nothing. They'll lie under oath." Okay, so that part is so true. Okay, so you believe that during a court trial in a case that everybody is going to be truthful because there's penalties to not being truthful, right? You're under oath, and if you're caught in a lie, then this can happen. People lie all the time during trials. Just as in my husband's case, they were caught in lies. Now, there can't be two truths. So if you're saying something happened this way, then it couldn't have happened that way. And if that person is saying it happened that way, then it couldn't have happened this way. You understand what I'm saying? So it can't be two of them true. One of them has got to be lying, right? So though they're conflicting, they're still taking their testimonies as being the truth. So if you have a conflict in story, somebody got to be lying somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So they're both under oath, and somebody, either this one or that one, is lying, but there's really not actions being taken against them. So basically, it ain't about truth and lie. It's not the verdict. The word verdict means truth, right? There is only one verdict. I have this perfect quote, but I don't know where it's at right now. But there is only one real verdict. There's only one true way that it actually happened. And to get to a true verdict, there needs no willing and dealing. There needs no manipulation. There needs no covering. There needs no changing of details. There needs no taking out of details. There needs no inserting details, because the truth is the truth is the truth. It does not need to be manipulated at all. So there's only one true verdict, right? So if people are coming with different truths, somebody is lying. But most people don't walk away being punished for lying, because most times a guilty verdict has a lot of times, just like in my husband's case, a guilty verdict has come off of the tale of lies, and they've never went after the people for lying. But yeah, girl, she said I don't think they'll even tell the truth, even under oath. Okay, and there, that was my last note from it. And that morning, it was January the 3rd is when I reviewed this video. Well, second, going into the third. And at 2:23 a.m., I wrote a note that I finished, girl. So I'm so glad that I got through those. But yeah, I really do. I have a love, an affinity for justice, like real justice, true justice. And the reason that I even took on covering this case, because I don't really do that, I basically devote my channel to one, telling my husband's story, and two, vlogging. Because, I got a couple of different things I want out of my channel. I want my husband home from his wrongful conviction, number one, first and foremost. Secondly, I want to be a creative. I am not a employee type person. I've always tried to fit myself into that square peg, a round hole into a square peg, of being an employee, but it just doesn't work for me. I am a creative. I am oozing and bursting with talent, and it is not being fulfilled within a job, right? So on my channel, I want to grow as a creative, but the first and the biggest thing that I want is that I want my husband's freedom. So I usually don't cover other trials or anything like that. But when I was watching two of my favorite people that I love to watch on YouTube, and they actually, both of them had conflicting stories. Like basically, Willie D. I love Willie D. Love, 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 love Willie D. So my Willie D. You wouldn't get that unless she was an old head. That was like basically like my heavy D, whatever. You wouldn't get. But he was saying he agrees that he believes Megan, but he also said that you can, he's going to listen to your opposing opinions, give him valid reasons to oppose his opinion, right? And then I also love nightanddayNetwork.com. Yes, Night and Day, the Curry Gang. I love them too. They were more on the stance of not believing. They call her Mega Man the Stallion. um, but they were more on the stance of not believing her. So they, and I love both of their channels like almost equally. I watch both of them like every day, and both have very, very valid points on why one believed this one and one believed that one, right? And that's the whole purpose in the justice system, is so that each person could literally be heard, and then you make a valid decision between who's right and who's wrong, right? Because nobody really was there but them and God, right? And God, I guess, I don't know if He's gonna tell us who's innocent and who's guilty. So humans have to figure out, but to come to a true, real true verdict, humans also have got to set themselves aside. The people that are determining these court cases should not even have their feelings, their thoughts, their prejudices, their biasness. None of that should ever come to play. There should never be a willing and a dealing that goes on between the prosecutors and the state lawyers and even the public defenders. Because a lot of time the public defenders, you think that they fighting for you, but they're actually fighting for you either to plea or to lose, because they're still on the state side. It's crazy. You got two state lawyers basically, but most people don't really know all of the politics that goes on behind the system. They think we're walking into a clear, smooth, completely just court because people took oaths to uphold the truth. But I don't know what these oaths mean if they're not really, it's too much willing and dealing. It's too much underhanded. It's too much suppression of evidence. It's too much of covering to come to the actual true verdict. That means you've manipulated factors. You can't take factors out. If you ever done math to come up to this answer, you cannot delete several of the factors and then have the problem work out to that answer. It's going to come out to a different answer. So if you manipulate enough of the factors in a case, you can get the verdict you want. You just gotta suppress what needs to be seen. Like in my husband's case, you have to suppress evidence. You have to block evidence because Marcello, my husband, could have proved his case 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, but they suppressed him from doing that. Why? Because there was surveillance and they denied him the surveillance. If you are 100% right and 100% believe that my husband committed the alleged crime of $80. I mean, 80, why do I always say it backwards? 80, I mean $60. If you're 100% correct that he did that, why do you need to suppress the videotapes? You wouldn't need to do that because it would prove your point. You actually would want to bring forth the videotapes because it's like, here, see, you say you said you didn't do that alleged robbery of $60, but here you are right here doing it. Why wouldn't you want to bring it forth if it was in your verdict is true? It's going to prove that you were right. You wouldn't suppress it because it would clearly prove that he was wrong. But they did that in my husband's case. Why? Why not give him that free, fair trial that being a citizen of the state we're supposed to have? Why, if someone said there was a weapon in my husband's case, why can it not be found? That makes no sense. Because there was a perimeter blocked off. My husband was arrested within the perimeter. That means if he's arrested with the weapon within the perimeter, you would have had to have found it. If you didn't find it, that means there was no weapon, or somebody left that perimeter with the weapon. And it surely wasn't my husband because my husband didn't leave the perimeter. He left that perimeter in a cop car. So how are you saying there's a weapon, but you never produced it? It's because I'm telling you, they don't have to have the real tangible evidence. You can convict on circumstantial evidence. All you have to do is paint the picture in the jury's mind. And I am an artist. When you tell me things, I literally try to visualize it. And when you change one detail, I already am trying to visualize a different picture. All right, guys. It's your girl Cadillac. Thank you for watching, y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.